How's it going, guys? Welcome to another episode of a Trackcalledquest. I want to give a big shout out to Lee from SolveFunction for coming through. A few weeks ago, I put out a request on an idea I had, and my idea was to come up with some sort of cover plate for the rear parking lamps on these 80 series. So if you own an 80 series, you understand that there's two red marker lamps that actually get screwed onto the rear quarter panels. And I don't like running those lamps. It just makes the vehicle look dated. That's just my taste. A lot of those old lamps are, either broken, fractured, maybe sun faded. So I put up the idea out to Lee, and man, he actually came up with a really, really nice design. And this is it right here. So this design is actually pretty clever. I like how thin he actually made this cover plate, and the dimensions are on point. This will actually sit inside the grommet. So there's a grommet that gets sandwiched between the panel and the lamp, and this fits right into that grommet. So it gives it a nice, clean, sleek look, and there's no potential of breaking your lamp. And that's up to you if you want to run these or not, but I think it's a great idea. It gives the truck a whole different look. Thanks a lot, Lee, for coming through. So let's go ahead and put these on. All right, so there's our lamp. We're gonna undo the socket from the back of the lamp, and there's that grommet we're gonna reuse. It's a rubber grommet. And here's our lamp. This is the one I plasti dipped many years ago, actually. We're gonna clean some of this residue off the paint here. Grime. Like so. Okay. And what I'm going to do is install a piece of shrink tube on this socket. This will prevent any corrosion taking place on those terminals in case I ever want to reuse this socket. So we're just going to slide this thing right on there like this. Like that. Get it nice and hot and just kind of squeeze the shrink tube to follow the contours. Get a nice tight seal. There it is. We're going to tuck this socket back in here. Will not be used. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this grommet up, give it a fresh coat of paint before we reinstall it. We have our grommet cleaned up, gave it a nice fresh coat of paint. So now we're going to go ahead and reinstall the whole assembly. This block off plate sits inside the grommet just like the lamp would. just like that around the circumference. And we just gotta line up the holes here. These are fiberglass from the factory, and as you can see here, I trimmed the corner a few years ago in order to get no tire rub at full stuff. What I'm going to do is go ahead and just follow this line that I cut previously and remove this excess, because there's a potential that this may get ripped off at full stuff. But that looks really good. That's a nice end cap for that fender flare. So let's go ahead and mark this up. Okay guys, so on this fender flare there's a small lip here along the lower edge, and I was getting a little bit of interference, so with just a tiny bit of grinding with the Dremel tool actually helps with the fitment. So now it actually fits the way it's supposed to fit. There is a tab down below where you're able to run a screw into the fender flare. What I'm going to do is drill a hole here in the front and secure it with another screw up front here. So, but the fitment is on point. It actually looks pretty good. So I don't want to crack or split the fiberglass, so we're going to drill a small pilot hole to kind of relieve some of the stress. SolveFunction supplies you with these stainless steel screws. Really digging it. There's your mounting hole there, and there's one in the front right there, but we're not going to go that route. We're going to go a different route, and I'm going to go ahead and mount the bolt that's going to run through here up into the fender flare. So that'll just be one single bolt that's going to secure this in place. All I got to do is drill a hole here and one through here. And the plan is we're going to use a nut insert. And we're going to install that into the fender flare, crush that, and then mount this and secure it with a bolt. So let's go ahead and do that. Somewhat centered. Oh, I ran out of freaking drill bit. That's better. There we go. Okay guys, last modification. This is from SolveFunction. It's a dome slash map reading light. It's a very neat contraption. So it's got 3 LED bulbs along the center line there, and then it's got 12 warm LED bulbs around the perimeter. So you could toggle back and forth to use whichever color you need. I think it's a great contraption. The red LED lights are great for map reading or just to keep the bugs out of the cab at night during the summertime. Along the back side here of the circuit board, you can see all the circuitry, and this is what actually makes it work. So let's go ahead and install this. One more thing, they do provide a short pigtail with 2 prongs at the end. From that point on, you have to insert the adapter, which is the bulb adapter, onto those 2 prongs, just like that, and then that'll go into the stock socket up there. So I am going to remove this single Phillips screw. I forget how this comes out. It's got a clip back here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and remove this LED bulb that I got in there. That's the one I've been using. Pretty ugly LED color. We're going to insert the socket in here. Lock that in place. So I guess this just sits in there like that. So that would be your red mode. And then your warm. It's a much better color. It produces a lot of light. Then you switch back. So you gotta wait about, what, 3 seconds, I think. And then red mode. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna apply some of this Gorilla Super Glue. It's like a gel type of glue. There it goes. I like the colors, nice and warm. And then your red map reading light. I installed this little LED here. It's an amber LED lamp, and that shoots down onto my cup holder. So it's great for nighttime driving if you got to look down and grab your drink or not. Thank you guys for watching. Please stay tuned. There's more to come. And please hit that subscribe button.